Well, hey guys, Thorzax here, 777. There's something I wanted to talk to you guys about today, and it's a continuation on my lead casting series. And I want to talk to you a little bit about the hazards of working with lead. Okay. Now, if you notice something, when I handle lead, I have these gloves on. Now, these gloves protect me, from the lead. From the lead actually getting on my skin or anything like that, and it's just a hygienic thing, to put a barrier between me and the lead. This is kind of a VR, and this is the Johnny's reloading bench. Okay, I think the guy is doing us not just a service, in the way of, bullet casters and stuff, and being able to, control the temperature of your pot, because he's going to do a series on, a PID controller, how to make a PID controller, and wire it, and how he's, how it's set up and how it works. Okay, and he's going to have a list of different parts that we need, and things like that we need to order in order to, make one. For our Lee pots. The rudimentary caveman mechanical, heat control that's on the Lee pot, like I said, has a wide range. And what happens is that a lot of guys will turn that thing up, so that it'll, have good castability. You'll get good pours, but you really are working with a material that's too hot. And what happens is that the top of the melt reacts to the outside atmosphere, with the oxygen that's in the air. And what happens is that a dross forms on the top of the lead. Now, that dross is mainly tin, because the tin comes up to the top of the melt. However, it has lead properties in it, and what happens is that when that flashes off, okay, it's emitted into the atmosphere from the top of the melt. Okay, and here you are, you're casting and stuff, and you don't see it, you don't feel it, you don't smell it, whatever, but those little particulates in ppm, parts per million, are flying around up there, and you breathe that stuff in. Now, there's two ways that you get, lead in your system. One is breathing it in, and another one is just simple, hygiene. Okay, whenever you handle lead with your hands, always wash your hands. Just go in and wash your hands before you do anything. Don't pick your teeth. Don't rub your lips. Don't get any. Don't get your hands anywhere near your mouth. Okay, because that's one way of getting it in. Ingestion. You're ingesting it. Okay, it's getting into your system that way. Now, lead has some telltale signs to it. Memory loss. You feel lethargic after you use it. You're working with it, and also, you just feel tired and kind of worn out, and you feel like you're pushing an elephant up the stairs. Those are all signs of lead exposure. Okay, now there's another thing you can do too. You can get yourself a 3M mask, or you can get a MSA mask with organic cartridges on it with HEPA filters, and that will filter out any lead particulates that are flying around in the air while you're using your pot. So anyway, my VR to Johnny's reloading bench is he's not only doing us a service by showing us how to do the PID thing, so we can control the heat on our lead pot, so we can get better bullets and better results, and we can control the heat and only pour at the minimum amount of temperature in order to cast good bullets. But he's also providing us with a means of controlling our lead to control that temperature from it getting airborne, and it's a health thing. The lower the temperature of the lead, the less you're going to be able, the less that's going to get, produced in ppm, in parts per million going up in the air, because it has less reaction with the outside atmosphere and the oxygen that's causing, it to flash off. So that's my VR. I think Johnny's reloading bench. He's doing us just a public service, basically. I think it's a great series. I'm looking forward to it. Hats off, guys, to Johnny's reloading bench. I mean, if Speaking of hats, if I had $5, I'd throw it in a hat and say, "There you go, Johnny." I mean, that's my part for your series there, because what you're doing is you're showing all of us how to do something, not only to get better bullets and also modify a very relatively inexpensive pot to work like a set up professional pot, with that heat control. You're also doing something for the general health of everybody. I think that's awesome. So hats off to you. That's what I got. That's what I'm going on. It's just going to be a little short video, and I want to just extend a thank you to Johnny's Reloading Bench. I mean, he's a great guy. That was an awesome video. Even though it was about bitches and gripes and the things you hate, the bottom line is you went and cultivated. You brought it all up to the surface, guy, about some of the projects and things that were running through your mind. I think that's awesome. So anyway, this is Thor's Axe, and I bid you a good day. It's a sunshiny day out there. If you got the rest of the afternoon off, go out and do some shooting or do some casting or do some reloading. Enjoy the rest of the day. All right? Thor's Axe, I'm signing out.